Hello. Something different today and something that I don't usually do. I often get companies contact me and ask me if I will review something on my channel, and I usually say no, especially if it's things like foot spas, which obviously have no relevance to my channel whatsoever. But I was contacted by XTOOL and they asked if I would have a look at the M1, which is a hybrid laser cutter and blade cutter machine. I am not particularly fabulous with technology, so I had a really good think about it and I asked them a few questions. So the first thing I asked them, which was to me the most important thing, was, is it suitable for a small workspace with a very small window? Because I don't have a huge room to work in. And the answer was yes, this is a machine that's suitable for home office use and for small spaces. So I then asked if there was a local outlet for me to purchase things if anything went wrong and I needed to replace parts. And although there's not a UK supplier, there is a US supplier and there is also a European supplier. So they cleared that up for me, which was wonderful. And I said yes. And it's been here for a little while. It's been in my hallway because we had to do quite a lot of moving around to make a space for this machine. This is the space that we have. So that's just a little picture of where I'm hoping this machine will go. But this box is very large. It's very large indeed. And I was a little bit concerned when the box arrived because I thought this is not going to be suitable for a small workspace. So we're gonna have a look at this together and I'm gonna see if it actually is. So this was the box, and I was kind of hoping once I opened the box inside would be smaller. And I've opened it today, first time, and this is what's inside. So this box is the same size as the box outside. I'm going to undo the box. I may have to move the recording setup so we can have a look at this on my desk, because at the moment this is taking up every inch of floor space that I have. So I'm going to open the box. So you can see, no cheating, I have not looked at this at all. Now I'm going to have to negotiate this space and lift this. Got some lovely cardboard anyway. So that's looking much more of wow. I thought there would be lots of pieces in here, and there aren't, so that's marvellous. It is going to fit, I think, on the space that I have. Now I do have another package, which is the Air Assist. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this out onto my desk and we'll have a look at what's here. The machine is out. There is a protective film coating on the lid here, which I will take off shortly. It's not going to stop the reflection. I still think we're going to see the camera. So I'm going to lift this, and inside, I mean, we're learning together because I have absolutely no idea. And what I thought, although this is the link down below will be an affiliate link, so I would get a small portion of the cost you pay if you purchased one of these through my link. But I'm actually quite keen to give you a really kind of accurate idea of if this really is suitable for a small workspace. And I have to say, having gotten it out of the box, it does look, it's not too much larger than a printer, to be fair, and it's not, I wouldn't say there's a lot of difference in the weight either. You've got a picture here and obviously a user's manual, which I will have to have a really good look through. But, I have an idea that this is fairly easy to put together. There's not a whole lot of stuff to worry about. Now, these are a few bits that come with the box for you to practice on. There is also a replacement blade. This is where you need to get this out of a window. You need to make sure you're safe when you use it, and this removes fumes from the machine outside, which is why we had to have a big move around to get this close to a window. So here we've got the power pack, the leads. So we're going to put that together shortly. These are the little bars that go into place if you're using the laser cutter part of the machine. So that's probably going to be in part 2. Part 1, I'm just going to be unboxing this and putting it together. This is going to be attached to the machine, and there will be, here we go, the clamp which will put the hose together, and I assume in here are going to be the screws. They certainly look like screws, so that will do together as well. I'm going to move the camera a little bit. So lots of packaging, very, very safely packaged. These are the 2 mats for if you are using the blade, or I assume if you are using the engraving aspect of the machine, but we'll have a look at that in part 2. This is our work area, our workspace. So I'm just going to disappear for a moment while I have a quick look at the instructions. The next thing we have to do is fit the smoke exhaust pipe. So on the back here we have the little vent, and that's where we have to attach pinch and squeeze kind of motion to open this. I'm going to put that just temporarily on the edge of that pipe. Now I'm going to take the screws, and we've got 4 bolts here, and take this, line it up with the screw holes. And like I said, I'm not a technical person, so if this is something I can do, you certainly can. Okay, so that's very securely on there now. Push that into place. It is tight, but that's what you want. You don't want it to be loose because you don't want those fumes getting out. So I'm going to put the clamp over that, and that's going to hold that really securely. And then this is what you need to go out of your window. Now I've got a temporary setup at the moment, but what is best is if you have this into some kind of wooden panel that fits securely at your window. I'm very lucky that I can hang this out quite a long way today to do the demonstration. I'm going to turn my machine back around. The next thing we need to do is install the blade. Now this comes with 5. You get 5 replacement blades, so that's brilliant. I'm going to open those out, and this is what the blades look like in the little box. So what we have to do is here, I don't know if you can just about see that, let me pop that down a little bit further. Okay, here you can see the little housing. I'm just going to pull that out, and this is held in magnetically. Okay, so I'm going to take a blade, take my blade. Now we have to take this little cap off, and there is the blade, and we have to slot this into that hole. Now I don't know if you saw, but that literally pulled in automatically because of the magnet. Watch again, it just pulls it in. Okay, so now I'm going to put the housing back into place, but that is now in there. Okay, so that's the blade installed. One more thing I will say is obviously that blade is extremely sharp, so please do be really careful when you're removing and replacing your blade. Make sure you put these somewhere safe because you will probably need them at some point. Okay, so the next thing we have to do is actually attach the power leads. Okay, so my leads are all ready to go. This adapter here goes into the back of the power adapter, like so. Make sure that's in there securely. Right, so we've got our on-off. We've got the little adapter which goes into there. That's your power lead. And then we have this that goes into here. I'm pretty sure I haven't got to that section yet, but this will go into the back of my computer or whatever it is you're going to use the software for to use your machine. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to give you a little bit of a safety reminder. You do need to follow the safety precautions that are given to you in the manual. This is a class 1 laser, so you have to be extremely careful. However, the laser is completely enclosed in the casing while it's being operated. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this in place, and then I'm going to show you an image of it in place, and we'll just turn it on and see what happens. But we're not actually going to use the machine yet. That's going to be in part 2, because I actually want to make sure I learn the software so I can explain it to you. But having said that, I'm not a technical person, so this was extremely easy to put together, and I'm hoping the software is going to be equally as easy. It's quite difficult for me to get this in camera, but when I say this literally only just fit on the space that I've created, I'm not lying, it did only just fit, and I'm really glad it did, because it was a pretty big move we made to get this in. Now you can see that we have the machine play. So here goes. Let's turn it on, and brilliant. We have a machine working. So I will be back in part 2 to actually use it. I can't tell you how excited I am